In this lesson, we'll learn how to get images out of Fireworks and into your web pages. We'll be working with a Fireworks file named Images for Website and a Dreamweaver website that's called Big City Pet Sitters. You can find both the Fireworks file and the Dreamweaver website in your Chapter 7 folder. If you need help setting up a Dreamweaver website, please refer to the videos in the previous chapter and you'll learn all about that. We are going to focus on exporting three primary graphic types: JPEGs, GIFs, and PNGs. If you get a Replace Fonts dialog warning, go ahead and select Maintain Appearance. When we think about the task of getting our individual images out of Fireworks and into Dreamweaver for our website, there's a couple of options we need to think about. Would we like to export the entire graphic or parts of a graphic? Either way, there's a couple of different ways to get our graphics out. Both of those include slicing. Let's start by selecting this tool here called the Slice tool in the Web Tools. Okay, so I'm going to click here to select this guy. Just click and drag to create a slice over the image that you would like to export. Now, if your slice is too big, you can go grab your selection tool and then we can make the slice smaller. What you need to remember is that everything underneath this green slice is what is going to be exported as a graphic. So what this means is if this green slice were over only a portion of the dog, well, only what's underneath the green slice here will be exported. Alright, so as we move this around, remember to adjust the size of the slice because you're going to want to focus on what's underneath there. Alright, so I'm just going to do a Control Z a couple times, Command Z on the Mac to get my slice back over the paw prints. Well, this time we need to create a slice around the dog. Instead of using our manual slice tool, since the dog is exactly the size we need it to be, let's go up to the Edit menu and go to Insert and then choose Rectangular Slice. This will also create an automatic slice around our selected image without a lot of work. Alright, one more. Let's get Jack here. Let's grab our Slice tool this time and let's drag to create a slice around Jack. Now, to get the slices out of here is very easy, but before we do that, we need to evaluate each kind of slice. What that means is, if I look right here at Jack, for me it says JPEG, for you it may say GIF or PNG or something else. Well, we are going to export a GIF, we are going to export a JPEG, and a PNG. Now, GIFs and PNG support transparency, so let's start by making this graphic a GIF. I'll go grab my selection tool and reselect the slice, and then over in the Optimize panel, this is where I'll see a list of choices. In this drop-down list, I am going to see GIF. Okay, so GIF is right here and I will select GIF. Now, it's up to me if I want transparency or not. I've found that alpha transparency usually does a little bit better job than index, so I'll think I'll go with that. Now, what about Dash, our little Papillon dog? Well, he's a JPEG, it looks like, so that's good. The only thing I might do is bump up the quality setting to 100%. Let's talk about exporting the paw print image. Well, for this image, let's export as a PNG. Let's select PNG 8 from here, and let's select Alpha Transparency, and notice your colors automatically bump up to 256. I think that'll be a good choice. Now we are ready to get our images out of Fireworks and into Dreamweaver. So let's start here with Jack. We can actually right-click anywhere on this green slice except for that little round thing in the middle. Stay away from that. And then select Export Selected Slice. When we do that, we are going to need to make sure that we're in the Chapter 7 folder and also in the Big City Pet Sitters website. Inside of there, there's an image folder, and this is where we are going to save our files. Let's name this first image Jack. Now we can get rid of the file extension there if we want, or we can leave it. So I'll just name this image Jack and then click Return. Alright, we'll need to get little Dash out as well. So we'll right click and choose Export Selected Slice, and we'll name this image Dash. Alright, and then that's it. Let's click Return or Enter. And now let's talk about our PNG. We have one last image to export, so the same thing goes here. Right click and select export selected slice, and this time we'll name this image paw prints, and then enter or return. Alright, so now what we're going to do is pop over to Dreamweaver. I have Dreamweaver opened and it's right down here at the bottom. Let me open this. And the website that we're going to be working on is called Big City Pet Sitters. Now, if you need help setting up a Dreamweaver site, we have some great lessons for that in the previous chapter, so be sure to check those out and you'll learn all about that. And you'll also learn a lot about the website that we're working on now. But let's talk about what we have open. We actually have the index page open, which is the home page. Let's take a look at the website. You'll see here on the index page that we have one image already, and the images are being pulled from the images folder right here. These are the exact same images that are on your hard drive. When we exported our images out of Fireworks, they landed on our hard drive, and that's the exact same place that these are being pulled from. This one here is actually one of the images that are already on the page. Well, let's take a look at what we have before we go any further. I'm going to click this little globe icon and then choose Preview in Internet Explorer. When our web browser opens, we'll see that we have several pages in our website. A lot of them really don't have any images at all. So that's why we created the images and sliced them in Fireworks and actually put them on our hard drive, is so we can use them in these pages that really don't have any images. Alright, so let's do that. Let's start by going over to the Files panel and maybe opening the Contact page. Alright, so here's the Contact page, and we'll scroll down a little bit, and our goal is to put an image right here on the page. So let's decide which image we want to put there. Let's look over in the Files panel, and maybe let's go with Jack the GIF file. So let's take Jack and slide him over and put him on the page, and there he is. You may see a dialog box asking you to put in alternative text. You can add that now or later and just click OK. We saved Jack to have a transparent background, and that's why you can see the background of the page show through on the transparent areas. If we want to center Jack, we can go up to Format, Align, and Center, and there he is. Alright, well, that's Jack the GIF file. Let's open another page. Maybe let's open Services and scroll down. And maybe let's add Dash to this page. We'll find Dash here in the Files panel, select Dash, and then drag him out and drop him on our web page. Might be helpful to center him just the way we did Jack, so let's select this guy and then go up to Format, Align, and Center. Alright, so you can see once we save the files, it's very easy to add them to our pages. Well, let's talk a little bit about the PNG file. PNG files are great because they support multi-level transparency, which means they look great on multicolored backgrounds, and they also support color a lot better than GIFs do. So to see a really good example of this, let's go over here and open the demo.html page. This page has a nice colored background, and we are going to add our PNG to this div tag here. I'm going to go over and find the PNG, which is right here. It's called Paw Prints. I'm going to take this guy and drag it out and drop it onto the page and then deselect. You can see right away that we have a very nice image of the paw prints right here, and you can see the background stars without any problem at all. Let's view this on the web. Let's go here and preview in Internet Explorer, and now you can see the real benefit to saving a PNG file. Well, that wraps it up for this lesson, where we learned how to export GIFs, JPEGs, and PNGs, and then we added them to our Dreamweaver website. Be sure to check out the next lesson, where we will learn how to use Fireworks to create a mock-up web page. We'll look at Fireworks' built-in templates. We'll create a CSS sprite sheet, and we'll also create our own mobile app mock-up using CS6's library of mobile app components.